with the new. I'm in my new era. I'm better in my new era. I'm better in my new era.
To our commentary team to find out. Hugo Monya's made his way up there, and waiting for him, Claire Thomas. Afternoon, Claire.
Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Wolfpack's Lair, the home of the PWR's best attack, best defence and richest history. Home too, perhaps, to the most ravenous of appetites, the side who feel most overdue a seat back at the summit of the club game. Saracens, as you can see, are on hosting duties, and just in time for Sunday lunch, the team hitting all the headlines have rocked up. Saracens have gone pretty much fully loaded, with 5 changes to the side who dispatch Lightning so comfortably. Just the one up front, where Julia O'Macaulay has a new locking buddy in Lou McMillan, but that backline's had a good, hard shuffle. Liv Apps and Alicia Corrigan slot straight in after reaching the Valladolid semi-finals, whilst Paige Farries runs out at fullback for the first time this campaign. Emma Hardy's granity defensive display in Northampton earns her the start. Amongst the replacements, the welcome return of Kelsey Clifford and Poppy Cleal. Barney Madison, meanwhile, well, he's clearly decided that now that historic ticket is punched, it is time to keep powder dry and freshen up some superstars. 23 changes. When was the last time anyone said that to the matchday 23, including 5 PWR debutants? There are familiar and dangerous faces in dual playmakers Niamh Gallagher and Rosie Inman, and powerful sevens operators Celia Quansah and Vicky Laughlin in the midfield. The pack has an experienced and uncompromising spine of Blanco Taylor and more. Well, Trailfinders women, they made history last Friday in gazumping Gloucester Hartpury and becoming the 8th team in the PWR era to qualify for the playoffs. They are officially the new kids on the block. Speaking to Alex Osterbury in the week, he is ecstatic as their emergence as a lethal force, genuinely thrilled that there is a new, beefy London derby in Saracens' calendars, and he reckons this slot, their Ealing neighbours, are here to stay. It is a marketer and a coach's dream he infused before making it quite clear that he has briefed his side to absolutely batter them. Here they come, the status quo dismantlers. Hugo, what are these women here, this rotated side, hoping to get out of the next 80?
I think it depends on who you are. For some of them, it's absolute competition to be involved next week, whether that's on the bench or as a starter. For, as you mentioned, there's 5 women on debut. I remember my debut, and it's such a special day. And not only do you get to do it against the former champion, you also get to play rugby against World Cup winners and some of the best in the world. If you want to know what it takes to play at this level, we're about to find out over the course of the next 80 minutes.
And speaking of the best in the world, here they emerge. Wins here are collector's items, and Paige Farries and Sophie de Goody, well, they really know that. Saracens wake up with a little extra swagger when they know that they are at the StoneX. Their men's side's valiant, spectacular sprint finish might have fallen just short at Sandy Park yesterday as their Prem campaign came to an end. But this Wolfpack, right as the howls ring out around Barnet, they are right in the mix still. How far off, Hugo, as we look at Zoe Harrison and Lottie Sharp, who are so storied in this competition, how far off is this to Alex Osterbury's best side?
I'd say 95%. I think there's a tiny bit of wriggle room, and that's why today's tussle, we've got 2 different teams with 2 very different stories, both on that same pathway. Saracens today are hoping to sharpen their tools up against some decent opposition. For Ealing Trailfinders, this isn't a gimme, this is an incredible opportunity, and you very rarely, at the elite level, get to play rugby with 0 pressure, and that's exactly what Ealing Trailfinders have today.
Zoe Harrison there, a woman who so often seems impervious to pressure. She'll be looking to turn the screw from minute 1 to 80 under the watchful eye of Ben Woods, our referee. Well, we'll see these two in action again next week when the rugby turns knockout, but make no mistake, the gloves are off already in North London. Saracens through Zoe Harrison, clearing their lines. It's a masterful kick. It's what she does.
It's what she does better than anyone in the world. 100%. It's a massive part of the idea of Saracens. That's territory, that's control, that's being efficient. It's the same for the Red Roses. She is in sparkling form and a great start to the game already.
We're at the home of the Wolves, but it is El Tigre on throwing duties. Chris Blanco, captain today for Trailfinders, Spanish Sevens international, but opposite number Bryony Fields has it now. Apps goes to the short side, and that, an uncharacteristic error, will have that line out again.
I think we're at full, yeah?
Saracens on the edge of the line, please.
Good job, bro.
On the edge again, please, 6.
Yeah, it was interesting, Ealing Trailfinders' first option. It's so windy out here, I can't quite tell you. Expecting her to get to that 15 metres, so you wonder whether they're going to take some of that pressure off. Safer ball, secured there.
Neve Gallagher, wearing 10 for the first time in the PWR, picks out former Saracen Grace Moore. Blanco with the pinwheel and finding Celia Konsa, one of the handful of Olympians we've got to enjoy this afternoon. Inman can't gather. I think it's safe to say there's a few jitters out there.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I know I've just mentioned it, but there really is quite a considerable factor of the wind. So what I would say is now both teams have had a bit of possession on the ball to shorten some of those passes just to alleviate the pressure off the handling skills.
Here it comes, the league's most prolific maul. Bryony Fields, the architect of it. Apps safely away this time. It's Sophie Bridger at first receiver. The whip on from Harrison.
Backwards.
Skittling ball for a tumbling Emma Harding. How well she went against her alma mater, Loughborough Lightning, last weekend. And herself the start today. Hardy once more. Farry straightening. Dumped in no uncertain terms by Vicky Laughlin. Liz Craik, who will have a bee in her bonnet and a point to prove all afternoon long against her former side. Bridger, Packer, and Makwale spotted a little bit of space. It's a fantastic tackle from young Sophie Moulton, the scrum half. To Goody, can't find the intended recipient of that one. Blanco's hacked it onwards. Chaotic stuff.
Number 11, holding on.
And what a first involvement from Lauren Leone, making her PWR debut on that left wing.
Cracking introduction. It's a great play, and at the moment, defence is winning. Saracens, you can see, trying to put a lot of oxygen onto the ball. Short passes is certainly going to be the way forward. But look how quickly Rachel Malcolm, she identified this actually from a Saracens perspective. But look at that body position, clamping onto the ball, surviving that first clear out, and getting Trailfinders some much-needed territory.
Gallagher with the little dummy. So often at full-back for Trailfinders women is Neve Gallagher, Ireland's newest back cap. Oh, and Grace Moore with all the knee drive and fury. Konsa. But a crossing was called for by Saracens, but they'll have the ball back. A couple of big shots from young Leone there. Packer deftly onto her back row body to Goody. That's nice stuff. Lou McMillan in the midst of all of that. Harrison, who makes that sort of 20-metre pass look effortless onto Farry's sharp now. Brilliant work from little Rosie Inman, who hits so far above her weight.
Yeah, not using a boot there. All about her shoulders. This is cracking, I'll tell you what. This is a lovely ball going from right to left here. Zoe Harrison's just let the ball do all the work. There is space out wide. It's 3v3. Shuts the gate, into touch, turnover. Ealing Trailfinders back on attack. Both teams playing with a lot of intent, but nothing quite sticking yet. Right on cue.
Not straight, on the outside shoulder. Option, please.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Thank you.
Bryony Fields just managed her first dominant tackle of the afternoon, and she's only gone and landed it on our referee, Ben Woods. She came flying through then.
Little space on the back just because I'm getting off the turn.
Yeah, it's just because I called them not
Sorry,
straight.
I
But I'll
just
stay out your way.
like to see you.
Don't worry, I don't want to be running into either. Mark here. Okay, we'll keep an eye.
So, front rows of Craig, Field and Rose, and the front row selected by that man there, Barney Madison, Meta, Blanco and Toughnail.
Keep it high.
Annabelle Meta at loosehead, converted this season from a number 8 to corner the Trailfinders women's scrum today. They had a good look at her, the Red Roses coaching staff. John Mitchell very excited by the prospect of turning all of that dynamism into a propping option too.
Let's get moving, Saracens.
And it's a rock-solid platform. Harrison sends that end over end. It's a tester for Grace White, but she's taken that beautifully, and there's a real ripple of excitement. Because when Grace White gets the ball, things tend to happen. Big hit from De Goody, big turnover from Marley Packer.
Yeah, party packer. Can't mess around when she's anywhere near
Number
the ball.
15 holding on.
Far too wise, far too good. Speaking about players in form at the moment, she's absolutely one of those. And for as dangerous as Trailfinders can be, I mean, that is picture perfect. I've got to say, with the jackal
Just on the
threat
edge.
that Saracens
Trailfinders,
pose
take
on
2
the
steps,
ball,
please.
it's so important where you play
On the edge of
your
the line, yeah.
rugby.
Thank
Marley
you.
Packer, she's won that ball, and now Saracens have their first entry into Ealing Trailfinders 22.
Some more.
Beautiful fingertip work from O'Macaulay. Up the guts, Emma Hardy. Hands from Craig. Harrison, Bridger. Such an exciting talent, offloading right on the tumble there. O'Macaulay once more. There's numbers here for Saracens, just have to go through the hands, but Farry's heads in field. Out to Sharp. And Lottie Sharp will score it. Well, an awful lot of squeeze there for not a lot of juice for Saracens, but eventually they have their first try of the afternoon. And it is through one of this place's favourite daughters.
It's very good. I tell you what, it's not just power, it's also quick thinking and players just getting on, seeing opportunities and doing their job. You can see the space that Saracens got out wide there. They expected to score off this, but it's fine. They reload. But have a look at Sophie De Goody. She goes in at number 9. Bang, there we are. She knows her job. Lottie Sharp. So have a look at Saracens number 8, how quickly she responds to the picture. That's her there. She is the world's best rugby player. Funny enough, she's able to pass the ball 3 metres. Saracens get a try.
Thanks,
A familiar routine. Zoe Harrison bisects the sticks.
Okay.
It's really nice, isn't it? It's sharp. Their first entry and their first try. That's what
Trailfinders, we're going to
efficient
keep it
rugby
moving. We
is,
don't
but
need her.
let's not forget the genesis of this try. And it's Marley Packer on defence. That's how you turn defence into attack. And that's rugby at its finest.
Which is exactly, Ugo, what I spoke to
Yes,
Paige
please.
Farries about in the week, because I asked her about that backline turnover ability at Saracens, and she said with a smile, why would we let the forwards have all the fun? So what they've done this year at Saracens is they've
Thank you. It's gone
buddied
turn,
up a
bounced into
forward
touch.
with a back.
Saracens ball.
And the forwards are teaching all the dark arts, all the skullduggery, all the hip flexor and bicep strength of the jackal to their mentee in the backline. And it's coming good.
It's coming so good. And you actually look at the physical profile of some of the backs, whether it's a Sophie Bridger or Alicia Corrigan, they're powerful. They are powerful and they're strong, and defensively there's a real appetite. Let's not
Ball away
forget.
quicker, please.
Actually, let's stay with what's happening right here.
De Goody with her compatriot on her shoulder. O'Macaulay, who's had fingertips all over all the action so far, and then takes a little stumble. Hardy,
Back.
well watched by Corrigan. Gallagher on defensive detail. Apps has decided to change the picture here. Dribble on through, and it's worked well because De Goody's line speed
Saracens back. Yes, ball was
Has
out.
rocked Trailfinders right back onto their heels. Turnover ball to Goody. Back at the StoneX for the first time in 2 years. We'll have her score. And the chain-mailed supporters are absolutely in rapture for her.
I saw Sophie de Goody warming up earlier and I was having a conversation, and this is as lean, as fit, as athletic as I've seen her in a couple of years. I mean, she's come back from ACL, played a World Cup, had to come straight back to PWR. She's barely had a chance to breathe. But this is another try scored out of defence. Great turnover, great anticipation. That's Alicia Corrigan. But this finish here, every foot and inch of Sophie de Goody was absolutely necessary for it. That's the strength, the power, and that's the reach. How good is that?
Could you slow this down a second?
Oh, it's going to be checked, it would appear.
I think we need to review this grounding, guys.
Okay. Time off. TMO check.
So that's the voice of Alex Thomas, who's our TMO today, speaking to referee Ben Wood.
That's a try.
We're just checking the grounding.
Tell me when you're at the screen, Ben.
Yep, Alex, I'm at the screen
Well,
now.
it's no hardship, Hugo, to get to see that finish a couple more times.
So we're just checking this grounding by Saracens.
So we want to look at the actions as whether the tackle is complete and whether she propels herself with her knees to reach out and score the try.
Well, we can't see the tackle clearly enough from that angle.
I think you have to focus on the knees because
Okay,
that
just
would be
confirm my
used
on-field
as
decision to try,
a
because I clearly
limb to
saw
be able
ball
to
grounded
push
on the
herself
line.
forward.
But we're just checking whether the Saracens player's propelled herself using her knees to get there.
That's tight. Is it clear? Is it obvious? Because the on-field decision is try. I'd stay with try.
So just clarify for us, Hugo, we're looking to see if Sophie gave herself an injection of energy forwards through her knees.
Tackle's complete when your knee hits the floor. Tackle's complete here. You are then allowed to place the ball, but what you're not allowed to do is to propel yourself forward. So they're trying to differentiate whether she just reached out to score the try or took another movement, and
So
the
I think
double
for me,
movement's
Alex,
illegal.
the tackle is complete, and there is a propulsion using her knees to propel herself forwards, and that reach then is after that propulsion. So for me, I've got tackle complete, and that is no try for Saracens. Do you have any facts that disagree with that?
No, I agree with you, Ben.
Okay, thank you. So we have a decision. So it's going to be no try to Saracens. The tackle was complete, and she's propelled herself using her knees.
I don't want to speak prematurely, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't think
the
that
restart will be a
one
penalty
moment
to
there in the 11th
Trailfinders
minute is
for
going
a
to
double
decide who
movement.
wins today's game. But
So
what
Marley,
I
it's
would
going to be
say
a penalty
is
for a double movement.
that's a great example of the usage of the ref as well as the TMO. Regardless of what I think, and I have a slightly different opinion, it was reviewed. The facts, based on what was seen, was put forward. They've come to decision pretty quickly. So fair play.
So Saracens have Sophie de Goody back at the StoneX for the first time in
Saracens on the
23
exit, please.
months. But the World Player of the Year will have to wait for her try this afternoon.
I reckon she'll have one or two opportunities today.
You are right about her looking fit. She is 6 foot tall and she looks like a heptathlete at the
got that
moment.
backwards.
Just leonine athleticism. And if you haven't gone and checked out her Instagram, take a look at Sophie de Goody in the gym, because that will explain everything.
Inside.
Back from Malton to Gallagher, a pair of Brunel University halfbacks. They play together all the time in box Super Rugby, so they know each other's game really well. Farries, two-time World Cupper for Canada, wearing 15 today for Saracens.
Ball's available here, 9.
Harrison onto Hardy. Corrigan's worked well off her wing, which is just how she likes to play the game. Sharp. Double tackle. Inman and White working together. It's stodgy ball for Apps.
It's really good here at the moment. The Saracens have been allowed to play. Have a look at the lack, I think, of line speed from Ian and Trailfinders. If you give Saracens, with this team, time and space, they will be able to keep the ball phase after phase. And at some point, well, I say that, Senior Kwanzaa has come up with an absolute gem of a bit of defence, and just so I complete that sentence, so do Saracens.
I haven't seen that. The tackle was clearly complete before the ball was ripped away. Yeah.
When you've never played together before, Ugo, which is the case with this Trailfinders side, how difficult is it to have the confidence to defend with line speed?
Yeah, I think it's such a good point as we see this here. Yeah, I think that's a slight illegal turnover, but anyway, Saracens do turn it back. A lot of defence about trust and communication, and if you haven't played with players and you're introducing yourself to one another, you're not going to have that level of communication and trust to be able to inflict what you want. That's probably why the line speed's slightly down at the moment, but they're back on defensive duties now.
Grimacing, Chris Blanco doing everything she could to get Bryony Field off the pitch. She didn't manage that, but the next best thing is forcing the knock-on.
That's excellent. That is excellent. And I'll tell you what, when you have got a new team, which might feel a little bit like a patchwork quilt, what you do need is some of the leaders to just inject a bit of energy. So have a look at Grace Moore, number 8, just the top of your screens here, winning this turnover off the back of this knock-on. And she is celebrating every moment. That's what you need when you're young and you're playing away from home up against some of the world's best players. So Grace Moore, she's carried really well on a number of occasions, but she's also bringing that enthusiasm and energy today.
Watching it.
She's a powerful figure, Moore, but she is going backwards, and look at that.
Loose head, step left.
The work of Donna Rose, devastating there from
Just
tight
over on
heads.
the 5 here. Loose head, stepping left.
Sarries are going to tap and go to Goody. Impatience. Places it backwards. Senft. Onto Fields. Look at the yellow and black jerseys wrestling that back down to deck, but Packer will go. And Packer will score. A woman on a mission in a team very much on a mission this season.
Hilarious. It's almost like she gets fed up. She's like, can we just stop messing around? What's all this? Just give us the ball here and I'll just run and I'll just do it myself. A couple of really good defensive hits there from Ian and Trailfinders. And Marley Packer just goes, nah, I'm going against the grain. And if you do go against the grain, you got to score because you're isolating yourself. But she is a brilliant rugby player that understands the pitch, but better than anything, she understands her quality.
Time's good, man.
14-0, courtesy of the boot of Zoe Harrison with 15 played here in North London. Marley Packer, co-captain today. Someone in as rich a vintage of form as you will see from anyone of her age.
Yeah, she's flying. What a Six Nations she had. Back-to-back player of the matches. Another Grand Slam. Was it 115 caps?
Top try scorer in the Six Nations, Marley Packer, from open side. The footwork on Rosie Inman. Speaking to Kim Oliver, who coaches a lot of the backs and skills at Trailfinders Women, she's got an innate ability to always beat the first defender, Rosie Inman, as she rises to her feet now. She's a pocket rocket, to use the cliche. Gallagher. Cat flap from Laughlin. Out and on to the debutant, Leone. But very few get past Alicia Corrigan.
Yeah, Alicia Corrigan just taking the bins out there.
Number 14, Trailfinders change. Number 14. Just hold this line up, please, Emily.
So that the work from Lauren Leone, who we've touched on already, making her PWR debut today. She came through the centre of excellence here at Saracens, in fact.
Trailfinders back on the edge of this line, please.
All
3.
13.
Thank you. 4.
In the Bucks Super Rugby final, which Brunel reached last month. On the other side of the pitch, that is of some real concern to Barney Madison, because Grace White, who's one of the few athletes who you would expect to start in the playoffs next week for Trailfinders women, she is off and does not look happy at all with that calf, which was heavily strapped. Still, Karis Cox, who we'll talk about in a moment, Hugo, is no slouch as a replacement.
Some advantage. 2 knock-ons, the first by Saracens.
I'm just going to hand over to you at this stage, because I know you are a bit of a Karis Cox super fan.
Huge fan. Honestly, just look at the limbs. Everywhere. And often just over the game line or the try line. She's a deadly rugby player, a proper athlete that you get the feeling when she doesn't think about the game and just does, catches and runs. She finds space, she finds soft shoulders. She's brilliant. So whilst it's a change they wouldn't have wanted to have made at this point, just selfishly, I'm very excited to see what she can do again.
Moulton finds Gallagher. Laughlin looking a little bit in 2 minds there, and absolutely upended was Leone. Corrigan looking to flex her credentials in that head-to-head, and Matt Quillay with free ball. Important clear out there from Macmillan.
Come back for the knock-on.
See, Saracens at the moment, they're putting so much pressure on Ealing Trailfinders wide rucks. Just have a look at Emma Hardy right here. She fights and continues to fight and then goes again. That puts pressure on the pass. And then Grace Moore, she then knocks the ball over. Whilst she won't get the turnover for that, everything she did there contributed to the speed of ball and the lack of fluidity on that next phase. Defence is really winning at the moment, and Alex Osterbury, he'll be really happy with what he's seen, because for me, and from this vantage point, it's been a real controlled performance right across everything, starting with set piece.
Cox almost forced the error, only it was Zoe Harrison who she was looking to rush up and upon, and so the ball stays with the home side. Macmillan onto Harrison. Craik looking to shorten that Trailfinders line, and you can see on the far side Leone just herring across to slam the door. Apps goes hunting. Back from Valladolid, where Canada were 2 points away, a single missed conversion from reaching the final. Harrison shaping for the inside ball, but absolutely marshalled to deck by Moore.
Yeah, some bouncer, isn't she, today?
There's always a little something extra in the tank when you're up against your former side. Apps thinks she's spotted a little bit of space, and that's all she ever needs. How about the hands, though, and the turnover from Sally Williams?
Number 6 off feet.
Absolutely textbook open side work.
It's brilliant. Looking forward to hearing the thoughts of Rachel Malcolm at half-time, because the battle at the breakdown is excellent. And sometimes just by putting your head in that position, you can force the opposition to foul straight off their feet, but only goes off their feet because Sally Williams does such a brilliant job of getting there so quick to make sure that she's the threat that needed to be cleared.
Yeah, she's on her way. Thank you.
Sally Williams, one of those who really wants to put their hand up today, by all accounts, for an opportunity in the playoffs next week. A first ever knockout fixture, of course, for Trailfinders women, who have had 9% of the territory in this opening quarter. I don't think I've ever seen a single figure in that table.
Georgia Champions League final.
It's broken away.
Can we not talk about that, please? Got 2 Arsenal fans on commentary today, so I don't even know why you're even bringing that up, Hugo. Well, just as thirsty for silverware as Arsenal have been over the last 12 months, 20 years, are Saracens, who find themselves on defence right now. Laughlin catching Inman by surprise.
Okay, from 9 and 10 now, what I want to see is a ruck, get rid of the ball. You've gone 3-4 phases and you're continuing to play against the Saracens defence that you're just feeding them, you're feeding them energy. Defence is easier when the ball's right in front of you, and at the moment, the rucks are slow.
Okay, stay there.
So it's good to see Niamh Gallagher get into the pocket and get rid of the ball. And that is an excellent kick, and maybe the blueprint for how they can just manage their energy across the next 60 minutes.
Saracens hold!
Speaking of kicking, when is it never not good with Zoe Harrison?
Well, let's hear from someone now who knows a thing or two about Zoe Harrison and about Saracens hitting performance levels at the right point in the season. Ashley Wilmot is pitchside, and she's alongside someone from their coaching ticket.
Thanks, Claire. Yes, I'm alongside Sarah McKenna. We just had cracking kick from Zoe, always is, with her. What have you made of the opening stages then of the game?
Yeah, I think obviously like Sarah's had a lot of possession and territory, failed to convert it at times, but I think it's probably what we expected from this game, something like fast and loose at times, and about the team who capitalises on some of those moments at this current time.
In terms of your plan of attack, how much have you been focusing on this game, or how much have you been focusing on testing some things out ahead of the semi-finals?
Yeah, I think the key thing is consistency for us. I think we've learned in years gone by and had more than enough experience that you don't want to tinker with too much stuff, and I suppose if you don't have it already in the programme at this stage, then potentially you're not going to bring it in.
And what a phenomenal score there.
Yeah, I think just goes to show, right, that's our DNA in what we're trying to do, and that's it on display. So I think, like I said, that consistency being key. We don't want to go off task and off target.
And for you guys as a team, momentum really, really important for semi-finals.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we get to come back here next week in that semi-final against Exeter. Sorry, voices in my head. Yeah, obviously back here next week against Exeter, which will be a welcome place to come.
Can't wait. Back to you, Claire.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, McKenna. And how about that moment of mercurial Sophie Bridger magic?
Yeah, it's a combination of two brilliant athletes, actually. Liv Apps, I mean, how dangerous is she in around the ruck and that first defender? She spots the space, and that's backed up with sheer pace from Sophie Bridger. Looked rapid there, didn't she?
Thank you.
The minute she got hold of the ball, there wasn't a second thought. Wasn't looking for anyone, wasn't looking for support, was looking for the try line. Look at this, excellent. Ball in that left hand, away from all the defenders. Great running technique.
I understand, yeah.
And a cracking third try for Saracens.
Well, it feels such a long time ago that Sophie Bridger, right here on this very pitch, made her Red Roses debut, a warm-up in 2023 for the WXV1 competition. Went on to appear in that tournament against Australia, but hasn't had a sniff internationally since. It's just been mid-term injury after mid-term injury, but she's so talented.
She really is, but you just need a level of consistency, don't you? Unfortunately, when you can't go back-to-back with the matches. I do remember that game. I remember her first song just out in front of us down here. I forgot what it was. I forgot who was it. It was Taylor Swift, I think it may have been, actually.
It was a proper classic. Well, they're all at it now. Saracens look like they might just have figured this one out. Things are starting to stick.
Counter the spine.
Growing in confidence, growing in tempo, definitely. And here comes Apps to inject a little bit more of exactly that. Delayed from Harrison, that's gorgeous. De Goody taken out from behind. Sent. With jinking feet, honed on the 7 circuit. Apps to De Goody. Harrison over the shoulder of Rose, and pouncing upon it is Bridger.
Thank you.
Cass Tufnell is down in the backfield for Trailfinders women, and look at the black jerseys just coursing through now, juggled by De Goody. Packer with one to shrug off. Niamh Gallagher's tackle, working the short side, out to Corrigan, who won't gather. Oh, she does!
Okay, penalty advantage.
It's a yellow card, this should be. Should be a yellow card. That was almost a try of the season. I tell you what, some of the quality. Sophie De Goody is such
We've got an intentional knock-on. I think we need to check cover. see if there was a player in behind.
I would agree.
Okay, thank you. So, Alex, we're going to come to you. TMA check, please.
Yes, Ben.
Watching it live, this should be a penalty try, yellow card.
He's going to get fit today, Ben Wood. It's a long jog over to the screen to
He's
liaise
not in a rush,
with
is
us.
he?
No, he's not.
Gosh. Come on, Woody boy.
Heat waves even snap. There's no excuse.
Okay, so we're at the screen, Alex. We've got visuals.
Okay, so the first angle will show you the deliberate knock-on, and then we'll see whether there's cover after that, Ben.
Thank you.
So it's Lauren Leone. We've mentioned a couple of times now, left
So
winger.
deliberate knock-on on field. That's that player there. So I have got it's clearly deliberate. I don't think that's a natural wrapping action. That's the angle that would show it. And I think she's got eyes on the ball rather than on the tackle. So it's definitely a deliberate knock-on. And we just need to see that wide angle one more time, please, Alex, just to determine whether she is the last player. So we're yellow card and we're just determining whether it's a penalty try.
This is your best angle, Ben.
Thank you. Okay, so I think that's a good pass and it's likely to go to hand, and there is no clear Trailfinders player in behind there. So that's a penalty try. Just to confirm it's the number, please, Alex.
It's number 11. Number 11.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have a decision. Okay, so it's a deliberate knock-on by the goal winger, and it's a yellow card. There was no cover, so it's a penalty try to Saracens.
Ben Wood's ultra marathon continues. 7 points stuck on the tally of the three-time champions. Saracens have their bonus point score, their 105th try of the campaign.
Do we know if she's coming or going, please?
And Hugo, you've just mentioned that that could have gone on to be try of the season. So let's talk a little bit about awards. Have you got your tux ready for Wednesday?
I do. I've got a naughty little green velvet number.
Of course you do. It could never just be black, could it?
No, of course not. Double-breasted, black tie, black shirt, patent shoes. Not like I thought about it too much.
We wax lyrical about her so often, Hugo, but Zoe Harrison, she never mishits one of those, it feels. And that sort of consistency, we've come to take it for granted, but if Saracens go on to achieve great things this season, it will have underpinned everything they do.
I couldn't agree more. And effectively, what you're saying to your forward pack is, I'm going to preserve all your energy in your legs, but I need you to come alive in the opposition half. And guess what? They have, because every restart, I don't know why teams restart to Zoe Harrison. Kick it away from her.
Some more.
Some more that. That thing's got its skates on. Look at it rumble. Chris Blanco at the back. Tough Nail seems to have recovered, so she's in there mixing. See the black ponytail of Emma Taylor, the Canadian international, and they've earned themselves some lovely field position through which Niamh Gallagher will streak, and Celia Kwanzaa is up to within 5. Off the back of a completely innocuous looking line-out, Trailfinders women have got themselves a free shot here. Tough Nail, dipping low, driving hard. Again they come, this time through Taylor, screaming for it on the near touchline is Karis Cox, but this, you feel, is a job for the Bruisers. What a lot this would mean. At a ground where hardly anyone comes and gets a result, and with such a rotated side. Big shot, absolutely colossal there from Bryony Fields. Out they come now, Niamh Gallagher with the footwork, Hardy shot. Corrigan with a little bit of support. Blanco, as though fired from a cannon,
goes...
goes...
so we'll come back for the penalty.
should be yellow card under sticks. After a line break like that, it was so cynical
Number
from
12,
Saracens.
tackler not rolling away.
Honestly. Emma Hardy, who I praised earlier, so cynical, being on the wrong side. Ealing Trailfinders should have walked it in a few phases ago, but they're in prime location now. Rarely been in the 22. Can they convert it into points right now?
Here they come. A side who've already made history this season. Changes have been rung. New names on the team sheet. No one yet on the scoreboard. But that might be about to change because Annabelle Messer takes some stopping. Grace Moore now back at a ground at which she played for so long. Queuing up for it. Tough Nail next to have a tilt. Moulton watches and waits. Now she'll look to go herself! Oh, Sophie Moulton! With an audacious little snipe.
Before it was
Has just gone and landed a haymaker on the Wolfpack.
How about being on debut up against the best number 9 on the planet and scoring all within the first half hour? It's so well constructed, but I have to give a shout out. Have a look at this for a break from Niamh Gallagher. Celia Kwanzaa, I thought she was going under the sticks at this point. Opens up her legs, able to retain the ball, and I thought Ealing here could have scored. This is where I think they should have. But that line there also from Celia Kwanzaa once again takes out the eye line of Zoe Harrison and makes this a one-on-one who's far too quick, far too good. Ooh, it's tight.
That's good, Ben.
But it's a try, and a try on debut.
Please, Ten.
Well, she started it, she'll finish it. It's sweetly struck from Niamh Gallagher, but Sophie Moulton, what a year the 22-year-old is having. She's captained Brunel University to their first ever Bucks Super Rugby final. Scored a try against the reigning champions Hartbury in the semi-final. Age grade honours. She is just having the campaign of her young life.
Continue. Thank you.
What a day.
And in fact, you speak to anyone from the Trailfinders women's setup. I caught up with Ella Amory a bit earlier on, Barney Madison, Stephen Shingler. They all mention her as one of the hottest young prospects in West London.
It's the point here where Ealing, and it looks like they're going to do exactly what Saracens have done. Not the same level of kick, but certainly in thought.
Farry's taking route 101. De Goody with the no-look pass and appealing to the referee.
It's a knock on there.
Just back 10, please.
Yeah, I think they're asking the question, what about the knock on a phase ago, which puts in that position? But regardless of that, the work of the breakdown again.
Nothing clear that we've seen on field. Just on the 5, please.
On the 5?
So this is what Saracens are so happy about. There's the knock on.
Yeah, up on here.
Oh,
just on the line, please, here, on the halfway line. Halfway line, Saracens, please.
It's been a good first half.
I was just going to say that the brief from Alex Osterbury to his charges today, the challenge rather, was how good can we be? And it's a huge testament to this young Trailfinders women's outfit that they haven't made Saracens look great.
I'd agree with that. If I had to grade Saracens this half, considering what they've got on the pitch, the level of experience, caps, quality, they're at home. What would he give them? A C?
You're a harsh marker.
Versus where they can be. Like if measuring them against their potential, at points they've looked 10-10. Like they've looked so good, but the challenge is to repeatedly do that because you're trying to form and build habits. because dipping in and out of games isn't going to be enough to win next week.
They also, earlier on this season, put 57 unanswered points on a full-strength Trailfinders women. So there's a way to go yet, you're dead right. Farries finds herself in a neat little 2-on-1, and all she has to do is unleash Alicia Corrigan.
A-star.
Teacher's pet, apple brought in, slap bang on your desk.
Carrot or the stick. Sometimes you just give a bit of criticism and then they apply something just like that. And that's why I said C, because against their potential, this team are so brilliant. Look at the quality of the pass and everything out in front. Farries puts the boot down, the timing of the pass, and then Corrigan dumps it into fifth gear. And it all looks so simple, but in order for it to look simple, everyone's got to do their job to connect the dots. The timing's got to be right, and it looks so brilliant.
Off the woodwork for Zoe Harrison. So 33 plays 7. Alicia Corrigan has her 8th of the campaign. As you say, that is bread and butter to these Canadian Flyers.
Time off.
So almost ready to return to the field of play is Lauren Leone.
Time on.
5 minutes remaining on this half. It's a head-to-head that has been completely dominated by the North London side. Saracens winning all 5 of their previous encounters, and Sophie de Goody has just briefly turned Chris Blanco two-dimensional.
Yeah, when I said don't kick to Zoe Harrison, the next best option is definitely not to kick to Sophie de Goody.
Lou McMillan with the carry through the midfield there, and Harrison spotted a little bit of unoccupied prairie.
Out on the full. Edge of the line, please, Saracens. Okay. Trailfinders, please.
Well, there's a turn up for the books for once. It's Meg Jones watching fiancé
please.
Celia Quansah playing. She's on WAG duties today, and oh my god, does anyone work a camera quite like Meg Jones in the game of rugby?
The
Trailfinders in and set 1 metre.
of Meg to... She loves it, doesn't she?
Yes.
She's still acting up. She's just to the right of our commentary position. She's not stopped performing, even though she's off the big screen.
Sorry, say that again, Chibs. Thank you. Penalty advantage.
Meta, a thunderous carry, and Trailfinders women with a penalty advantage. Another look at that trademark pirouette of Inman. She's able to do it without decelerating at all. More shapes for a chicken wing offload that isn't quite on, and she realises that.
Advantage, 12 offside.
Taylor.
Back.
Inman dinking and chasing, quite a la Meg Jones. And we'll return for that penalty.
Thank you. Christine, you've got the option, 12 offside here, or you've got a midfield offside on the halfway. Thank you.
So 15 plays 15. That yellow card period, 7 apiece, so well handled by an inexperienced
Number 12
visiting
offside
side.
in the passing lane.
Really impressed. Really, really impressed by Aileen Trupp. That's a great kick. Well done.
Oh, wow.
For a
Set your
team
mark
to
and I'll
come
bring them to
together
you,
with
okay?
such little time
thank
under
you.
these circumstances.
In and set 1 metre, please.
You often think about individual responsibility and individual motivation. For some it's like, right, I want to play next week. For some it's like, this is debut. For others, they have not played for a little while, but what a moment.
Backwards off Saracens.
Fantastic work there from Senft. Not the tallest, but she had the longest arms in all of London in that moment. de Goody through the ringer and out the other side. There's space out wide, but that pass from Harrison, it's made life miserable for Bridget.
Yes, ball was out.
Laughlin has a tight hold of Apps. Somehow they get it away. Craig says, see you later to her opposite number. Down tumbles Tough Nail. Are there two Sophie de Goodies on the pitch today?
Space out wide here, Saracens won it.
Harrison reckons it's time to let the ball do the work.
Smart, just try and find, I was going to say grass, it's artificial grass, but grass none the same. Oh, and that's why you kick long.
Beautiful take from Bridget. Packer looks up, doesn't see defenders, just sees opportunity. Bridget stayed down, Apps with the snipe, the offload, or Macaulay hauled down. Donna Rose with a little bit of whitewash fever. Harrison onto Farries, hat-trick last week, starts the count for round 18. Paige Farries, who reckons she is, and I quote, just ramping up for the fun part of the season.
If she uses all her time on the kick,
Has
we
a
won't
try
restart.
at the Stonex.
Thank you.
It's great, but it all starts with Zoe Harrison, decision maker. We're going nowhere. Let's go and find some turf at the back of the pitch. Neve Gallagher, she goes back. She's now got to make a decision.
Let you know if that's helpful.
First decision, maybe get rid of the ball. No. Plays, overplays. Saracens pounds upon this. I reckon this is their third try out of defence. And once they get into your 22, they rarely leave with 0 points. And now the gorgeous ball from Zoe.
Zoe, that's half-time and 20
Paige
seconds,
Farries,
please.
step off the right.
Tries go back.
A cracking end to this first half.
Well, she really kicks that with some venom, Zoe Harrison, after missing the last one. Over, fly the extras. Saracens have 5 tries and are very much in the driver's seat. But those women there in yellow and in black are giving a really good account of themselves. 40 still to play here at the Stonex. The thoughts of Rachel on the other side of this short break. It is 40 points Saracens lead by to 7.
From this PWR match, it's all about that league here, and it's Saracens ahead by 40 points to 7. A very different looking Trailfinders women have a bit to do in this second half. So let's get you back to our commentary team then, shall we? Hugo Monnier and Claire Thomas.
Saracens leading by 33 points here at the Citadel, they call the Stonex. But not just leading in that regard, they've also only gone and broken their own record for most tries in an 18-round PWR season. 107 and counting, because 40 points remain of this one. Liv Apps at the heart of so much that has been good for Alex Osterbury's women, and Neve Gallagher really playing her part for Trailfinders women. Ugo, I was watching and listening to the visitors head in at half-time, and they were furious with how that first half went, really dejected. What does that tell us about how ambitious they were upon arriving here today?
That's a remarkable emotion for them to carry, because I thought they were excellent in the first half. The application, the minutes where they got into the 22 coming away tries, I thought they defended valiantly. But it says everything for the culture of this environment. Everyone is trusted to do their job, and they want more. So not only should they be encouraged by what we're currently seeing right now, but also to be encouraged that Bristol Bears are currently leading Gloucester Hartbury at Queensholme 19 points to 7. A very happy camp.
The shockwaves just keep rippling around this incredible league, the summit of the women's domestic game. Annabelle Meta picking up right where Tighthead's Cass Toughnell left off.
Vantage.
Taylor with a lovely carry in the middle of all of that, and now they can
Roll away, number 1.
risk things a little bit. Trailfinders women, ball in hand, they've got the penalty at worst.
That's lost forward by Trailfinders.
Emma Hardy's made
No
a right
advantage.
mess of that.
That was immaculate, that first 1 minute from Trailfinders. Catch the restart, and then they just play.
Number
Look
3,
at this,
roll
it's
away.
power and then connectivity, keeping the ball alive, and they've just marched Saracens all the way back into their 22, put them under pressure, get a penalty. And Neve Gallagher right now, as she loiters over the ball. She's kicked the Trailfinders within 7 metres from glory.
Well, this might not be their first choice pack, but no side in the PWR forms more mauls or makes more maul meters. And as I say that, it's harem-scarum stuff.
We'll come back for the knock-on and the line out by Saracens.
Williams looks to have taken a bit of a knock to the head in all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, nice reaction on that mark.
But there will be audible sighs of relief from the Trailfinders women's coaching box to see Chris Blanco rising unscathed.
Time is off.
So it's Williams staying down as things stand, just receiving a little bit of attention there. They really are wrapping superstars up in cotton wool this afternoon ahead of their first ever semi-final in the PWR. Barring a miraculous turn of events, it will be Gloucester Hartpury hosting Trailfinders women next Sunday, and Saracens back here renewing an old and fierce rivalry with Exeter Chiefs. Well, the camera just can't stay away from Magic Meg Jones.
Turn back on, please.
How long till she spots herself?
I can see what she's watching. She's currently watching the Gloucester-Bristol game. And I think she likes what she sees. Rachel Malcolm, Emma Wassell, the Red Roses captain, the Scotland captain. It's a lot of rugby quality and intellect right there.
Abby Burton sat in the stands just behind them. She's also watching the game. But now all of their eyes rise in perfect synchronicity because Trailfinders women are 10 metres from a second score.
From advantage.
Saracens have the knock-on advantage, but they will play all right. That's their remit today.
Over.
Throw it around, entertain the Stonex faithful, and drive nail after nail in that yellow coffin. Harrison's skip pass, Rose. Meaty chug from Bryony Fields, who's deputising so well for the injured mate. Oh, she's gone! Niamh Gallagher will cleave in untouched, and that is such a richly deserved score for a young flyer who is having the season of her life.
What a moment, and what a read. From Saracens, actually, they played that passage of play very different to how they played the first half. They normally just get rid of the ball, and the minute Zoe Harrison caught this, I thought she's going to send it. Well, she did, but that second pass there, Niamh Gallagher, she gambles, gets herself in between the two Saracens players, left paw comes out, and off she goes. An intercept of Sophie de Goody. Perhaps not quite a sentence, that's been said many times.
15 seconds.
Number 5 will go to captain.
Thank you.
She's 20 years old, Niamh Gallagher. She's still playing university rugby on a Wednesday most weeks. She made her Ireland debut in the Six Nations, ran out before 30,000 at the Aviva in the final round of that competition. She's been nominated for PWR Breakthrough Player of the Season. And she's just gone and bagged 7 points all by herself at the Stonex. Used as a battering ram. Harrison goes no look, can't quite connect with Harding.
Almost another intercept once again. Saracens, you can tell that they're trying to play more, and Barry's, she doesn't need a second invitation. That's a ball, and that's exactly how you get it done.
I'll tell you what, Alicia Corrigan owes Paige Farries a drink. That is 2 try assists on a plate for an athlete who doesn't need asking twice, and who, with that score, is right towards the summit of the leaderboard for tries.
So good here. Almost another intercept. Ealing Trailfinders think that they've burgled the ball back. Little do they know. This wicked step here, inside out on Celia Kwanzaa, then puts the boot down. But the most impressive thing about all of that is not just acceleration, the pass. The pass here, having to bisect two defenders, the timing of it is impeccable, as was that kick there from Zoe Harrison. Ooh, is that a knock on? Is that a knock on? Anyway, I'll tell you what. No debate over the quality right there.
Well, what do you do once you've opened up a 33-point buffer in your own backyard? You take off your superstar fly half and your superstar right winger. So, Zoe Harrison and Alicia Corrigan, we will not be seeing those two again until the semi-finals. And on into the fray, Beth Blacklock, who will come into the midfield, you suspect. We might see Sophie Bridger at 10, which will be an awful lot of fun. And Jess Breach onto the wing.
9.
In fact, Jess Breach has gone to full-back. Paige Farries has gone to the wing.
Don't change 5, thank you.
And just as Trailfinders women were entitled to shuffle the deck a little in coming here because they were qualified as of last week, well, Saracens women so in control of this one that they can do a little bit of that themselves.
Play on, tackle still complete.
Blacklock there, getting her hands on the ball for the very first time. Hardy, well met by Moore, but the clean-out was vicious. Breach. Tossing a little bit there with Farries, but nothing going. Up to the 10 metres is Craig.
Backwards.
Nominated for Player of the Match last week. She was fantastic in Northampton. Hardy, that's a pre-called move. Blacklock, who is tall and powerful, arriving at pace. Bridger, Breach, Macaulay. Majestic in full flight. What a signing she has proven. To Goody, on to Macmillan. The Stoneaxe in full voice.
Scrum advantage. Scrum advantage. Knocked on in the tackle. Scrum. Yeah, it was knocked on in the tackle by Trailfinders first.
Neve Gallagher may have poked the bear, because Saracens look angry, they look powerful, and none more so. Look at that. Stride length.
Let's go, man. Yeah, let's go, Don. Let's get to me. Come on. Let's fucking go. Let's go, all right. Chest down. Yeah, Nima. Second. Yeah, let's go, Don. Yeah, Grace, you did. All right. Second. With you.
What a loser.
You're not any good at poker, are you?
There's not a bit of me that wishes I was playing, but I feel like I can play the game from up here, if you know what I mean.
That's lovely. Apps content to sit back for now as that red and black rolls. Royce rumbles over. And this time, surely, the World Player of the Year will not be denied. 50 up for Alex Osterbury's title contenders.
I just mentioned how powerful they are. Have a look at this. When you can give the World Player of the Year a platform like this, effectively take away the whole of Ealing Trailfinders back row, the pick and the power is only a couple of metres, but my goodness, demolition.
Scotland's Beth Blacklock, who's got a wicked right boot on her. Pops another 2 on a rapidly escalating tally. Game's gone. Saracens will win this one at a canter. And before the watchful eye of their attack coach and Sophie de Goody's national coach, Kevin Rouet, only officially named to Alex Osterbury's coaching ticket this season, but he's been working with Saracens for a couple of seasons, helping to evolve their attacks so that they could live with the might and the power of the Gloucester Hartburys of this world, a way for them to be so uncontainable.
Let's go.
that in the arm wrestles that they've lost over the last couple of years, they had a plan B. Oh, hang on, you're going to have to wait, because Jess Breach, with her second touch of the afternoon, will just glide 60 metres and just remind us all that she doesn't need to start to have an impact on a game of rugby.
I'm so glad that you used the word glide, because all I wanted to talk about this try was her sprint style. She looks so good at sprinting. I mean, it's a great retake here. I mean, they move the ball into space. This is Marley Pack. It's a lovely ball. Now watch Jess Breach.
Thank you.
She makes sprinting in fifth gear look so effortless. That's a big handoff, and then look how relaxed she is through her shoulders. Lovely knee pick up and stride. She's a graceful sprinter.
Well, Blacklock's feeling it today from the tee. 2 changes made by Osterbury. Marley Packer is off the field. They will put her on ice until the semi-final next week. Also leaving the field, Julia O'Makwele. So we have Georgia Evans on. And we've also got Poppy Cleo back from injury. That conversion from Beth Blacklock brought up a pretty meaty milestone for Saracens. That was their 1,003rd points of the campaign between Cup and League.
Edge, thank you.
We have got a sensational summer of sport coming your way on TNT Sports, including exclusive live coverage of the Tour de France and the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, which we cannot wait for. We will have every medal exclusively live, and goodness me, I hope we are hanging one around the neck of Kat Johnson-Thompson on your screens right there.
Good spot.
It's going to be so good.
And that all kicks off on July 23rd. By which point we'll have crowned our PWR champions.
Penalty advantage. Yeah. Second advantage. Thank you.
Evans. To Goody. Realises there's a couple of extra strides to be had. Oh, this could be anyone's score. Should have been someone's score. Will be Farry's score. 5
3
tries.
offsides in the same phase. Number 6.
In 2 weekends for Paige Farries, who has stayed down. Right as our referee reaches to his pocket and gives a yellow card to, by the looks of it, Niamh Swales.
It's so nice, isn't it? You mentioned the different variations that they've got to play, and it's flooding players to the line. And at this point, should be scored here. Not quite, but they do keep the ball alive. Paige Farries, who has been very, very good today. Let's have a look at this. She does stay down. It's Niamh Gallagher on her. I think it's just a bit of an awkward landing there. Swells heads for the bench as she collects her yellow card.
Oh, Beth Blacklock doesn't get many opportunities with the tee because Zoe Harrison's around, but she has taken it and ran with it. 3 from 3, 2 from out wide. She's got lovely technique.
Yeah, really nice. It's excellent here. Oh, she just cops that. A slight knee just to her side there. They're not going to roll the dice or take any risks at this point, you wouldn't have thought.
Apps with free ball. And here's Kelsey Clifford flexing her ridiculous versatility and coming on at tight heads, having just won a World Cup as a loose head. Evans, not quite in tandem there, the Saracens players. So many on-rushing bodies.
Off feet.
Yeah.
Number 11, off feet.
No. Okay. Oh, what? Okay.
Well, Paige Farries is still with us. She's moving gingerly, but she's on that near touchline. So 54 points, the gap at this stage. Bridger, flat and dainty to Evans.
Pardon? Thank you.
Out and onto Sharp.
Wow.
Some shot from Williams. Moore is down with cramp by the looks of things. And here's Poppy Cleal, who we last saw in a Saracen shirt, doing a Cole Palmer celebration at Spurs Stadium.
You've got a medic
Bridger.
there, be aware.
We're going to stop for safety. This player's too close. The restart will be back for the Saracens penalty. Thank you.
You know who's captain, sir?
Pardon, sorry?
Do you know who's captain?
Last I heard it was Marley, I believe. But now it's number 8. Thank you.
I love how the players are asking the ref, who's our captain?
Yeah, I think if this is going to be a while, that's okay. Thank you.
So here comes Amelia McDougall.
It's not foul play in the injury.
She's ranked 21, but she pops up all over the place. Scrum half, fly half, inside centre. Who will she in this game of duck, duck, goose select to bring off? It's Liv Apps. So Amelia McDougall coming on at scrum half. It also looks as though Paige Farries is leaving the field.
Yes.
So Saracens might be about to see this one out.
And it's a
with
penalty for not rolling
14
away.
players.
Back 10, please.
They're safe
I'll
enough,
just find
aren't
them
they?
up for you.
54 points.
Oh, no, Paige Farris, she stayed on.
Not rolling away.
Oh my goodness. She is made of different stuff,
Take the
Paige
line,
Farris.
please.
She is tough.
I'd have been gone. But I'm soft, so...
Oh, sorry, that's without question. You didn't need to tell us that, Hugo. You'd also have screamed at Lottie Sharp for not giving that ball.
That is a fact.
Saracens mauling their way and mauling Trailfinders women in the process. They have had them in their jaws since the resumption of play. And that's a score for Carmen Tremelling, a first of the season, and someone who doesn't get her flowers very often, Carmen Tremelling, but she has now covered all 3 front row positions off the bench for the campaign. Such a workhorse, and that is an invaluable skill set.
It really is, and I'll tell you what, Saracens also aren't wasting any of these minutes. We know the game is done. There's still 23 minutes to play, but what do you want to get out of it? So we've rotated players, we've rested some players, but they have gone through their drills. We've seen them at their potent best from kick return, we've seen it from phase play. We're now starting to see it from set piece as well, because all roads lead to the semi-finals next week, and they are making sure that their game plan can be as robust as possible ahead of the Chiefs coming to town.
$20 minutes to play. 20 minutes to play up and down the country. All 4 final round matches have kicked off simultaneously, of course, in the PWR. So 20 minutes remaining for Sharks, Bears, Tigers and Lightning. Gloucester Hartbury and Exeter Chiefs too.
Lost forward and offside.
Some tight fixtures as well. Chiefs are currently beating South Sharks women 41 points to 12.
Number 16,
Gloucester
offside
Hartbury against
from the knock-on.
Bears, 2 points in it. Gloucester are back on top. Leicester against Loughborough, 26-33. Lightning with 7 there. Simple ruling. Ball's gone forward. Player collects the ball in front of the kicker. Offside. And Ealing Trailfinders get the ball. They've not really had a huge amount of possession ever since Niamh Gallagher
One drop, Saracens.
decided to intercept and upset Saracens. The next 20 minutes has certainly been spent defending.
bouncing ball for Amanda McQuaid, and that thumping shot from Cleo.
Tackle release.
Stop and the go from Taylor.
Penalty advantage.
A free hit here to the visitors. Playing against her former side, Maya Montiel, the tight head, spent 4 seasons in North London before making the switch. Kwanzaa. Oh, she's been oh so close twice now. Taylor wants it, Taylor has it. Another former Saracen. So many have headed
No advantage.
from Hendon to Ealing.
So Ealing, inject a bit of tempo into this. Tap and go.
Ben, just slow it down a second, Ben.
Yeah.
Could be a check on a high tackle here.
Number 8, roll away.
Ben,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you head contact
Time is off.
on a Trailfinders player
TMO check.
after that last line out.
Okay. Thank you. So we're going to check a head contact by Saracens tackler.
I think it was the awkward bouncing ball, actually.
What do you think of our referee? What do you think of Ben Wood's sprint technique, Hugo? You've just done just breaches. What do you reckon of this one?
It's efficient, isn't it?
It's a very elegant lope.
Yeah. He's got a few different running styles. I've seen him like full throttle, but
Yeah,
here he's
it's
just
correct. It's really
conserving
ready when you
energy.
Okay.
So we're looking at the actions of number 20 Saracens.
I do not see it as foul play. Have we got head contact? Absolutely. But the bouncing ball,
think
the
this is the best
change in
angle at the moment
height
we've
and
got, Alex.
dynamic.
Yeah, I think that's your best angle, Ben.
Yeah, so, and that shows clear head contact. It is foul play because she's upright and she could be lower into that tackle. In terms of degree and danger, I'm entering that at high because she's entered that with speed into that tackle. But I think there's mitigation there because there's a second tackler who's changed the dynamic of that player from number 16 Saracens. So do we all agree with those facts, Alex, as well?
Yes, I agree, Ben.
Okay, so we've got a decision.
I feel like someone should be playing the William Tell overture here.
Yeah, he's opening up a bit.
Number 20. So it's head contact, it's foul play because you're upright, high danger but mitigation, it's a yellow card.
So we have
Just confirm the mark for me, please, Alex.
14 apiece. Neve Swales is still serving her yellow card. Poppy Cleo. So soon after entering the field of play, she will watch for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you have got the option, but I think they're about the same mark.
I understand
so they're not
why
rolling away
they've
the high
come to
tackle.
yellow card, but this bouncing ball goes from 10 foot in the air to about 4 foot and no time to react. But anyway, Saracens
Tackle
having to
release,
react because they're on
Saracens.
defensive duty right now.
Advantage, number 5, no release.
Macmillan with a critical tackle, but one that eventually hands the advantage to the visitors. Moulton, Gallagher. Oh, Williams couldn't quite collapse.
No advantage.
Got to get tempo into this game. Barely had any of the ball. Put Saracens under pressure. Don't allow for them
Number
to set.
5,
Here we
tackle, no
go.
release.
Ireland age-grade athlete Amanda McQuaid's getting things up
Not
and running
rolling.
again. Saracens
1.
conceding yet another penalty. This is their Achilles heel if they have one. Taylor to within inches.
Held up. It's held up, the number 1 not rolling away. 4th penalty in this area.
Very good refereeing. It's decisive.
Just wait for her to go, please.
Ealing
before
being
we
super
start.
positive. That's why they've got to keep the tempo high now.
Yeah.
Liz Craik is also shown her marching orders. Surely now 14 on 13 and so close. Trailfinders squirming for their 3rd. Rush of
Lost
blood
forward
to the
over
head
the
there
line,
for
to
Michaela
goal line, drop
Nelson.
out. Goal line drop out. Lost forward over the line by Trailfinders.
That's
Goal
tough.
line
Just
drop out.
needed a bit of composure there. Have a look at number 17, Nelson Michaela. Is it Nelson? No, it's not. This is the yellow card. This is it here. Nelson just desperate. Was using that quarterback sneak, but they're still in the 22.
On her debut for her new club, Michaela Nelson, the Canadian international Moulton, just delayed that pass. Gallagher, who's been eye-catching, but whose try feels so long ago. Nelson once more, most recently an Exeter Chief. The side who will be here next Sunday with a spot in the final on the line. More immediately, this is about what, if anything, Trailfinders women can take from this flurry of visits. Moulton, once more, from the base. The carry from McQuaid.
I tell you what, it's a real good challenge here. You see Ealing Trailfinders using these one-pass plays, 9 to carrier, but Saracens have really just upped their line speed, and they're starting to meet fire with fire. And there you go, forcing a turnover. Saracens, and you consider where they were a few minutes ago. On their try line, yellow card, yellow card. They then force an attack and read and this ball forward here. Yeah, that's clear, that's obvious. That's a great win for Saracens in their attack and their defence side.
As well.
Alex Osterbury and Kevin Rouet in conversation. Coached Canada together at the World Cup back in 2025. Club teammates now. Saracens need a completed front row, so on is Chloe Flanagan. There she is, just her second appearance of the season. There's been a lingering neck injury that's kept the centre of excellence star out of action.
Can I just double check the timing on the yellow cards for Trailfinders?
Sophie Bridger has made way for Flanagan. Another change made for Trailfinders. In fact, young Sophie Moulton is off. Niamh Gallagher leaving the field. They will so hope that that's nothing other than cramp.
I think it is. Walking gingerly.
Okay, Marcus here.
It's like me after a decent leg weight session. I promise you I do legs.
For context, Poppy Love, who you can see there wearing 22, is absolutely dinky, but Emma Taylor is also 6 foot. So that extraordinary comparison in height was a little bit of the two of them. Poppy Love making her PWR debut as Saracens Pathway products. But these days, stood to the right of Amelia McDougall, a Brunel University student. The pride of Grasshoppers RFC. De Goody.
The first involvement is to tackle the world's best player. Decent job.
Stuck it. Big clear out there from Inman. Here comes Clifford, back from the knee injury she sustained against Italy in the Six Nations. Tremelling finds Farries, who's not moving well.
She needs to get off the pitch, actually.
Tackle release, Trailfinders.
Looks like she's not moving as you'd want her to.
Well, if Farries leaves the field, Saracens will be down to 12.
Thank you.
Blacklock.
Hold in front, Saracens.
Finding Laughlin, who you wonder might just be wearing 23 for Trailfinders women next week in Gloucester.
I've got outside the 22.
It's a tight call.
Well, not since Emily Scarrett was water carrier for the Red Roses has someone so decorated been stalking the touchline in a water bib. Ashley Wilmot is alongside Kate Zachary, US Eagles captain. Fantastic.
Nicely said there, Claire. Yeah, I am with Kate Zachary. It's brilliant to be on the pitch with you right now. Some really brilliant phases of play. You were really close to your try line just then, and considering there's a lot of academy players, we're seeing a lot of girls go on making their PWR debut, there is a lot to be pleased about.
Yeah, look, we've had an interesting training week. We've had a lot of people changing in and out, but what it means is opportunity. And so the training week leading into this moment's been fast, it's been physical, and we knew we were coming away at StoneX, which was a hard team to play. Look, Sarahs are excuse me, I'm so distracted. Saracens are a really strong side. They put out one of their best teams. We put out one of our best teams as well. Like, I back all these academy players, back all our other players who have been prepping the team all season, getting their time. You know, you've also got Michaela Nelson, who's come back from injury, grinded to get this jersey. So, look, today, huge effort. It's like amazing breakdown work. We've already scored 2 tries. We're hunting a few more. It's just now about staying in the game for the last few minutes.
Absolutely, and Sophie Moulton and Niamh Gallagher, 2 of your try scorers. Just the 2 tries at the moment, but we still have a little way to go. How impressed are you with them? They're both having 2 great campaigns.
Yeah, look, like Niamh Gallagher's obviously gone away now and represented Ireland even during the Six Nations. She's come back full of even more confidence than she had before, and she's out here playing a new position at 10 versus fullback, and she's done a class job at it. Sophie Moulton has carried our team, who just recently got promoted to Superbucks and now featured in a semi-final, in a final in Superbucks, where she did a class job. She's made team of the season, and she's earning an opportunity now today to get into the shirt and maybe play into something for next season even.
Watch this space. Right, great to speak to you, Kate. I'll let you go. Thank you. Back to you, Claire.
I'll tell you what, Ugo, I reckon it's about twice as cool to play in a semi-final than a semi-final. Everything Kate Zachary says, I could just hang off.
She's a brilliant rugby player.
Isn't she?
She's also so lovely. Just a lovely human being.
Her return from that nasty eye socket injury made such a difference against the champions last Friday night. Could not have been back at a more critical time in the history of Trailfinders women.
Early weight. Just from over on the 15, please. Thank you, 8. Early weight by Trailfinders. Yes, please.
Saracens already have their biggest ever victory over Trailfinders women this afternoon with 13 minutes left to play. 57-5 earlier on in the campaign. They have decimated that, but they're going hunting for more. Clifford. Lovely line from De Goody. Lovely score from De Goody. You'd have better luck stopping an iceberg. The best player on the planet, and she's only gone and bagged herself a brace.
She started it all. You could hear her. She was organising. She was like, set up our free kick routine. She took the first carry, and then she takes the third. Her work rate is phenomenal. But the pace at which she comes onto the ball, and then also just hunting down those soft shoulders, it's great. It's the combination of sheer athleticism and rugby intellect. She is brilliant.
That's 20 seconds now.
Try is good.
Is 8 her best position?
Canada use her as a second row, didn't they? So this is her first carry. Bang, there she is. She gets up, sets the ball. They get round the corner, but look how quick she is. She's beating people round the corner. She's not waiting for anyone. She is an absolute machine. And by the way, that's in the 68th minute, not the first. But to answer your question, is she...
Always inside.
I don't know. I look at the men's game, and I look what France have done with their back 5 of the scrum. Charles Olivon, who's a number 8, can play second row. They're all so interchangeable. Effectively, you want these long-limbed lasses just loitering in and around the back 5 of your scrum, because you've got second rows that are as quick and as powerful as back rows, and back rows back a step into the second. I mean, it's a lovely position to be in, isn't it? Poppy Clear's probably similar as well, isn't she? Sarah Beckett's done the same for across the Heartbreak.
Play on.
Or Makwale.
Yeah, another one.
Stratford, she's not bad.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
McQuaid's carry in and distributing swiftly as Love.
It's a bit of a trend actually when you consider it. Abby Burton is down to the right. You know, she's gone from back row into second row.
Georgia Evans doing what she does best. Made more tackles per 80 minutes in the Six Nations, Georgia Evans, than any other player. Her work rate is off the charts. Just watch now, that pink bow will rise from the wreckage so swiftly. for now. Saracens happy to just play pinball with Trailfinders women, keep them in between the 15-metre channels. Now they'll look to go wide.
22, stop!
Well dealt with by McMillan. To Goody. Oh, and she kicks too, we should have mentioned.
Yeah. Out of hand and for goal.
Hardy with the tidy up and
push. Black 23,
just
push off the
breach.
ball.
Just, I think it was Rosie Inman she might have pushed a little impatiently. Breach on Inman there. Just Breach wearing 23 today, but doubtless having scored in the semi-finals and the final last year, she'll be back in the starting
Saracens
15
edge,
next
please.
week.
Yellow cards are back. Yep.
Saracens, who've now made every single playoff since the PWR was restructured back in 2017, and they've gone on to reach 5 of the last 7 finals. Will it be 6 of the last 8? Current form certainly suggests so. And they did manage a pretty convincing double over Exeter Chiefs in the regular season. Love. He's a nuggety little thing. McQuaid watches as Montiel picks and goes herself.
Release the ball.
She's done it twice. Oh, Maya Montiel.
Some more.
Smarts, though, of De Goody and Cleel to force that maul and the steal.
Incomplete maul. Saracen scrum. Yep. 12 Trailfinders, please.
Initially, it's great work, isn't it? But then look at Sophie De Goody, how she gets herself in between her, between the Trailfinder supports as she creates this wedge, keeps the ball off the ground and affects that turnover. Celia, I tell you, that's a lot of minutes under the belt for the first time in a long time.
Okay, Mark's here, let's go, please.
That's pretty good at 12.
Stability until set. Thank you.
So what's fun, particularly if you're Jess Breach and Paige Farries, is that lurking at the bottom of the field now is Sally Williams, open side flanker. You can just see her there at the bottom of your picture. She's dropped to the wing, which surely you are targeting.
I'd want the ball now. 5 seconds to go. I don't need a scrum penalty here. I need the ball in my hands.
I will say is Sally Williams is exceptionally athletic.
So
Josh Bayliss sort of back rower.
17 has stepped outside.
But sure enough, they're coming right at her. McDougall, he's got a huge box of tricks. Need a scrum half though. Senft, Cleel, Evans. Blacklock off the outside of that right foot. It's well watched by Cox.
No advantage, back to the scrum.
Exeter Chiefs will have the win, the bonus point win over Sale Sharks down at Sandy Park in a rematch of what was one of the games of the campaign last season. Gloucester Hartbury still leading by a whisker over Bristol Bears. Loughborough Lightning doing a job at Mattioli Woods, Welford Road, but that's been entertaining. And then our match here.
Edge of this line here. Yeah.
Well, just in case you missed it, the Gallagher Prem is nearing one hell of a crescendo. And first up, we have got an East Midlands derby coverage beginning on TNT Sports 1 at 7 o'clock on Friday. Saints against Tigers before on Saturday. All attention turns to the home of the champions, the Rack. Bath hosting Exeter Chiefs. Coverage from 2:30, kick-off at 3 o'clock. That one should be absolutely rip-roaring.
Charge down, play on.
It was so swift to react, and there's a 3v1 out on this far touchline. Beautiful pass from Breach, needs to come back in field. Karis Cox has done wonderfully well to somehow defuse that one. McDougall can't get anywhere near the ball. How about that?
At the sign, 22's in at the side.
From these Ealing Tyros.
It's a great fight. There's a lot of non-playing players down to my right-hand side who applauded that. The effort in the 75th minute. You've shipped 80 points, but you're still fighting. Some of the brilliance, as you've rightly pointed out. Jess Breach, this pass is absolutely perfect. Don't have to break stride. And whilst Ealing Trailfinders do get cut, their job's not done when they complete the tackle. Get up, fire through the ruck, and then win the ball back.
Numbers.
Still just the 2 tries for Trailfinders women need Gallagher's intercept. They're only points of this second half. Time still for the bonus point, but definitely want another something from this.
Hold in front.
Inman.
22, stop. Thank you, wingers played them on.
Picks out Breach.
Saracens all hold.
Blacklock picks out Laughlin.
Straight out.
Out on the floor.
By a blade of plastic grass or 2. Ugo, it is time to reveal your contenders, please, for our Built for Athletes Player of the Match accolade.
Yeah, 2 backs, 2 forwards. We've had some really impressive performances. Marnie Packer, she's been excellent. So has Zoe Harrison, Sophie de Goody and Paige Harris. So many tries are out there. Only one of them still on the pitch at the moment, but it has been a complete performance. Alex Osterbury on Tuesday or whenever he decided to put on plan this team, I think he would have been really happy with what was out there, but really happy with the application of the philosophy they've taken into this game.
Well, you want to keep a couple of cards close to your chest in a match like this, but that was definitely a pre-called move. Tremelling on the wraparound, Hardy on the direct line, and it's got them into the 22. That felt a little improvisatory from McDougall and Cleal, but here's Hardy. Breach.
Backwards.
Can't quite claim it, but Lottie Sharp, who might be headed for a 6th
Scrum advantage.
final. She can.
Lost forward.
So, there you go. We know whatever happens, history has been made this season in the PWR. Trailfinders women become the 8th team to reach a semi-final, and they will take on not just anyone, but the Circus, the 3 Peters at Fortress Queenshoe.
Fortress, not so much. Bristol Bears have just taken the lead. 26-21, but these are the resting Ealing Trailfinders players. They'll be looking to have an unbelievable impact next week.
You've got to start that side.
They've had the luxury of being able to sit back here and support their team. But quickly, they'll be so focused upon a historical day for them. That level of excitement, take them all through next week.
Bounty advantage. Tight head,
And
not
in
driving
fact,
straight.
events have concluded between Gloucester Hartbury and between Bristol Bears, and it was Holly Phillips with the winner for the Bristolians, for Scott Lawson's women. They hadn't lost since 2024, the reigning champions, and they've just gone and lost in consecutive weeks.
Just thinking, if you're someone like an MSN, you haven't lost in maybe 2 or 3 years.
Sharp pulls the pin on that one. It's been very well gathered by Inman. Oh.
Obstruction number 7. Obstruction number 7.
But you're right, Ugo, the response of Gloucester Hartpury to these 2 defeats will be absolutely fascinating as we head into crunch time. And you can't help but wonder how much it's impacted them, knowing that Tatiana Hurd, Zoe Stratford, Sarah Beckett will be leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's huge. And Tatiana Hurd, she's now back, isn't she? Zoe.
Thank you.
Zoe Stratford, of course, she's away. She got a bit of leave. She's cooking a baby currently. But for them,
one back
to try and do something which no one's ever done. No one's won it for 3 times in a row. They've done that 4 times in a row. That's the challenge. But they are stuttering at the worst time of the season.
They might be stuttering, but Saracens certainly aren't.
Oh, it's gone long. Trailfinders still want to play.
So do Saracens.
Yes.
Neither of these sides want this to end. Oh, but Beth Blacklock does. Well, Alex Osterbury asked for not just a win today, but a convincing one, a ruthless one, and that,
sorry, I didn't hear you. Well,
even by Wolfpack standards, was brutal. They are, as the champions down the road falter, this competition's in-form outfit, and they will stride into the playoffs with more momentum than anyone else. Tools sharp, chests puffed. Trailfinders women, they rotated and they paid the price, but we might just have seen a glimpse of a couple of future stars of this competition, and 1 or 2 of them really stuck their hands up for involvement in a historic fixture next Sunday in Gloucester. In the coming weeks, we will find out which comes out on top. Momentum in the case of Saracens, or freshness in the case of the Ealing outfits. And if anyone can halt these women's charge full-time at the StoneX, a record-shattering 80 for Saracens, 14 for Trailfinders women.
Yeah, thanks, Claire. That was impressive, wasn't it? Massive congratulations to Saracens.
2 red roses, 2 forwards, 2 backs, one of them there, but only one can leave with the accolade. Who is your Built for Athletes player of the match?
Marley Packer, very good, of course, as was Zoe Harrison, and Marley Packer, but I've got to give it to the world's best player. That's Sophie de Goody. I couldn't give it to the other lot, could I? Because they were half-time heroes, only played 50-odd minutes. But Sophie de Goody played the whole game. What an impact. And I tell you what, when you get to this stage of the season where everything is on the line, it's not just about emotion, it's not just about physicality, it's about rugby smarts. And she has all of that. She was exceptional today, looking back to her best, just as Saracens want it.
Coming good, Sophie de Goody at exactly the right point in the season. Hopefully those knee injuries vanishing off in the rear view mirror, finding her form, finding her feet. As the likes of Liv Apps and all of those superstars turn their attention to a date with Exeter Chiefs back here in 7 days' time.
Yes, massive congratulations to Saracens then. Trailfinders women may have beaten the #1 in the league last week, but they couldn't beat #2 today, albeit with a much-changed matchday squad. A big win at the StoneX for the home side, and they will be super confident, one would imagine, heading into the playoffs next week, when